Most men are clueless about women, and it's destroying their lives. You think being nice will win her over. You think being available 24/7, texting her good morning, and putting her on a pedestal will earn her respect. Think again. The truth is, you've been lied to, conditioned to be soft, agreeable, and emotionally dependent, and it's not working. She's not attracted to that. She's repelled by it. And while you're busy trying to be the perfect guy, she's chasing the one who doesn't even flinch when she pulls away. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to tell you the things no one else will, the brutal truths that society hides because they don't want you to be strong. This video isn't about hating women. It's about understanding them, so you stop getting played and start leveling the hell up. Men today are suffering in silence, confused, manipulated, rejected, lost. You've been ghosted, used, friend-zoned, and still, you haven't figured out why. Let me make it simple. This is about power. Your power. If you don't understand how women truly operate, you'll stay weak. And weak men, they get left behind. That ends today. Let's start with a reality most men refuse to accept. Truth number 1. Women are attracted to strength, not your struggle, not your sob stories, not your feelings of helplessness. She's not looking for another emotional project. She's looking for a man who can handle his life. You're not her therapist. You're her rock. The second you try to flip the script and treat her like your emotional support system, she loses respect for you. And once that respect is gone, the attraction dies with it. You can love her. You can trust her. But the minute you lean on her to carry the emotional burden of your life, you're done. She starts seeing you as a child, not a man. Because whether you like it or not, biology still rules the game. Women are wired to seek out men who exhibit strength, emotional, physical, mental, men who stand solid when life hits hard. If you break every time something goes wrong, you're not a leader, you're a liability. Here's the hard truth. If you're constantly complaining about your day, your feelings, your self-doubt, she might listen at first. She might comfort you, but eventually, she'll start pulling away. Not because she's cruel, but because deep down, she doesn't feel safe anymore. A man who needs saving cannot be the man who leads. When your identity is built on being emotionally dependent, you kill the polarity. That masculine-feminine tension that fuels attraction, it disappears. Women aren't turned off by emotion. They're turned off by weakness. And yes, there's a difference. So what should you do instead? You build emotional resilience. Like a damn warrior. You don't dump your stress onto her. You process it. With a journal. With your brothers. With your mentors. With yourself. You take the hits and get stronger, not softer. Start practicing this now. When something rattles you, pause. Don't react. Don't rush to talk about it. Sit with it. Break it down. Fix it. Then, if you need to communicate it, do it from a place of grounded power, not broken desperation. You want to be heard? Earn it by being solid first. This is where Stoicism comes in. It's not about being a robot. It's about being in control. You feel anger, channel it. You feel fear, face it. You don't let your emotions dictate your behavior. You master them. Because here's the thing. Women watch how you handle adversity. Do you panic when shit hits the fan? Do you crumble under pressure? Or do you step up, get clear, and solve the damn problem? That's what makes her feel safe. That's what makes her admire you. She wants to lean on your strength, not babysit your emotions. So how do you make this your default operating system? You implement masculine discipline daily. Every morning, you do something uncomfortable. Cold shower, early workout. You train your mind to obey you, not your feelings. You journal every single day, not for fun, for clarity. Write down your thoughts. Dump the chaos onto paper so it doesn't bleed into your behavior. You track your wins, no matter how small, because momentum fuels confidence. And here's the secret weapon. Surround yourself with other high-standard men. Men who don't coddle you. Men who tell you the truth. Men who call you out when you're slipping. You're not meant to do this alone, but you're also not meant to offload your emotional mess onto women. So what's the bottom line? You want a woman to trust you, desire you, and follow your lead. Then stop being a burden. Be the man she knows will show up strong, no matter what storm hits. Because the more grounded you are, the more magnetic you become. This isn't about pretending you don't feel. It's about owning those feelings like a man. And when you do that consistently, your strength speaks louder than anything you say. Strength is attractive. Struggle is not. Choose who you want to be. Here's the second truth. Female hypergamy is real. Women are biologically wired to seek the best option available to them. Financially, socially, emotionally, genetically. They're not looking for nice. They're not looking for safe. They're looking for superior. A man who stands out from the crowd, who leads, who dominates his world. You either represent value or you don't. There is no middle ground. This is not manipulation. It's not gold digging. It's evolution. Women want the best for themselves and their offspring, and you better believe they'll move on if they feel they've settled. You can't talk her into attraction. You can't explain your way into being her top choice. You can't negotiate desire. She either feels it or she doesn't. And if she doesn't, you lose. If she's with you out of convenience, obligation, or comfort, you're already replaceable. Because the moment a man shows up who's stronger, more ambitious, more dialed in, she's gone. No argument, no discussion, just a silent shift, and then it's over. And here's the hard truth most men don't want to face. If you stop growing, you stop being desirable. You get lazy. She notices. You get soft. She pulls away. This is why so many men get blindsided after years in a relationship. She just changed. She said she didn't feel the same anymore. Number you changed. You stopped leveling up, and she started looking up. So what do you do about it? You stop playing the victim, and you start rising. You become the top-tier man she doesn't want to lose. Level up in every area of your life. Your body, build it. Train like it's a requirement to survive, because it is. Your income, grow it. Start something, scale something, learn a skill. Your presence, own it. Stand like you matter. Speak like you lead. Walk like you command. And here's the mindset shift that separates boys from men. You do it for you, not for her. You don't build status to attract women. You build status because a man without a mission is already dead inside. When you chase growth relentlessly, attraction is a byproduct. So stop pedestalizing her. She's not the prize. You are. She's not the center of your universe. Your purpose is. You want to become irresistible. Be the man who doesn't need her, but earns her respect anyway. Because deep down, she doesn't want to lead you. She wants to follow a man who's going places. She wants to look at you and feel it in her core. This man is rare. This man is dangerous. This man is going somewhere, with or without me. That's power, and power attracts. Now let's make this practical. You don't just talk about growth. You track it. Every week, sit down and review your progress. How much money did you make? What did you learn? Did you hit the gym? Did you sharpen your mind? Track your income. Track your wins. Track your evolution. This isn't optional. It's mandatory. Because guess what? She's tracking it too, whether she admits it or not. And here's the masculine habit that seals the deal. Abundance. Don't cling to one woman like your life depends on her. Network. Build connections. Stay sharp. Stay social. Keep your edge. Be selective, not desperate. Talk to women, not to chase, but to lead, to test your presence, to own your space. When you cultivate abundance, two things happen. 1, you stop acting needy. 2, she starts chasing. And if she doesn't, you're already moving forward. You don't wait, you evolve. So remember this, you can't force her to want you. You can't beg your way into respect. You can't guilt her into staying. But you can become the man she doesn't want to lose. Because once you internalize that hypergamy is real, you stop playing defense and you start building an empire that no woman can ignore. Lead, level up, leave no doubt. Here's the third brutal truth. Nice guys finish last, not because women don't like kindness, but because nice guys are usually just fake. Let me explain. Being nice isn't attractive. It's not a turn-on. It doesn't spark desire. Why? Because when you act nice just to get something in return, you're not kind, you're manipulative. And women, they sniff that out fast. They can feel when your niceness isn't genuine, when every compliment, every good deed, every self-sacrificing move you make is just a calculated attempt to earn her affection. You're not being real. You're just running a script, smiling, agreeing, suppressing your real thoughts so you can win her over. But that's not strength. That's weakness in disguise. And the moment she senses it, her attraction dies. Not slowly, instantly. Here's the hard truth no one tells you. Most so-called nice guys are just frustrated manipulators. They think, if I do everything right, she'll choose me. If I show her I'm better than those other guys, she'll fall for me. If I treat her like a queen, she'll give me what I want. But guess what? She doesn't owe you anything. And your niceness isn't noble if it's just bait. You're not being good. You're being weak. And in the process, you lose your edge, your masculinity, and your power. Women don't crave guys who constantly please them. They crave men who stand for something, who speak their mind, who aren't afraid to say no. Men who are confident enough to be kind, but strong enough not to need her approval. Because real kindness comes from strength, from abundance, from grounded self-respect, not from desperation. So what do you do if you've been playing the nice guy game your whole life? Drop the act. Immediately. Stop filtering yourself to seem safe. Stop agreeing with everything she says just to avoid tension. Stop bending over backward just to get noticed. Start being direct. Start being authentic. Start being unapologetically masculine. Tell her what you want without shame. Make your intentions clear. If she's not into it, good. Walk away. You've saved time and self-respect. Because a man who's grounded doesn't beg. He doesn't play games. He speaks. He leads. He acts. You want to make a woman respect you. Set boundaries and enforce them. Learn to say no without guilt. If she flakes, you don't chase. If she disrespects you, you walk. Every time you compromise your values to keep the peace, you lose a piece of your masculinity. And she sees it. Women test men all the time, not because they're cruel, but because they want to feel your strength. If you fold every time she pushes, you fail the test. But if you stand your ground, she feels it. Respect is built. Desire follows. Now here's your masculine habit. Practice assertiveness daily. Have that uncomfortable conversation at work. Tell your friend the truth he doesn't want to hear. Stand up for yourself, even when it feels risky, because every time you assert your voice, you reinforce your identity. Then take it a step further. Do things for yourself, not to impress anyone. Go to the gym, not to look good for women, but because you respect your body. Build wealth, not to flex, but to be free. Learn skills, not for applause, but because mastery is part of your purpose. The more self-validated you are, the less you'll feel the need to earn her affection. And that's when the game changes. Because real men don't chase with gifts and compliments. They attract with presence, purpose, and power. So remember this. Nice guys finish last because they're not actually nice. They're passive. They're deceptive. They're weak. Be kind, yes, but do it from strength. Be generous, but only when it aligns with your values. And be unapologetically clear about who you are and what you want. Because when you stop acting like the nice guy, you finally become the man she can actually respect. Truth number 4, if you don't lead, she will leave. Leadership is not optional, not in your life, not in your relationship, not in anything that matters. Women will never say this out loud. Society will tell you it's toxic to take the lead, but her biology doesn't lie. She wants to feel your strength. She wants to trust that you've got it under control, that when life throws chaos your way, you don't fold, you direct. And if you don't, if you hesitate, stall, avoid conflict, defer every decision to her, she might smile, she might not, but inside, her attraction dies. You become another boy she has to babysit, another indecisive man she has to carry. And over time, she resents you for it. Because here's the hard truth. She doesn't want to be in charge. She doesn't want to be the leader. She wants to feel safe, knowing you are. And when you're weak, passive, and avoid responsibility, you're forcing her to take on the masculine burden. You're asking her to make all the plans, set all the boundaries, drive all the decisions. And even if she tolerates it for a while, she's quietly planning her exit. She'll say, I just fell out of love. I need space. This isn't working. But what she really means is, you stopped leading, so I stopped feeling anything for you. You want to make her feel alive again? You want her to look at you with fire in her eyes? Start leading. Start leading everything. Lead your schedule. Lead your conversations. Lead your finances. Lead your energy. Take ownership over your life with militant intensity. Because a man who doesn't even lead himself has no business leading anyone else. Let's get tactical. Action step 1. Start making decisions without hesitation. Where are you eating tonight? Don't ask. Decide. What's your weekend plan? Don't wait for her to bring it up. Plan it. Don't wait for her to lead and then react like a follower. You go first. Always. Action. Step 2. Set a vision for your life. Not just what you want, but who you're becoming. Write it out. Review it every morning. Because if you're not building a future, you're just drifting, and she can feel that. You're not pulling her into a life of strength, order, and purpose. You're dragging her through uncertainty, and that makes her nervous. But when you have a direction and you move with conviction, she relaxes. She feels safe. She wants to be a part of that journey. She stops testing. She starts supporting. Because she's finally with a man who knows where he's going. And don't confuse this with domination. This isn't about control. It's about competence. It's about being the kind of man who can carry the weight of his own world and still have the capacity to lead others. Now let's hardwire this with a masculine habit. Daily leadership reps. Every morning, take 10 minutes and do 3 things. 1. Plan your day. Don't drift. Drive. 2. Review your goals. Stay locked in. 3. Make one fast decision. Train your decisiveness like a muscle. Then scale it up. Plan your week. Map your finances. Lead your friendships. Take the mental burden off your woman and put it where it belongs. On you. You were built for it. That weight, that pressure, that responsibility, it forges you. And here's what happens when you embrace this. She stops nagging. She stops questioning. She starts respecting, because she knows you've got it handled. You're not just reacting to life. You're driving it. You don't ask for permission. You make it happen. So here's the final takeaway. She doesn't want to be in control. She wants to trust that you are. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to take the wheel. Own your role. Lead with power. And give her something she can finally relax into. Because when you lead, she stays. When you hesitate, she walks. And by the time you realize it, it's already too late. So make your choice now. Lead or lose. Truth number 5. Attention is their currency, and most men are flat out broke. Let me explain something you were never told. In the modern world, your attention is one of the most valuable things you own. It's a resource, a form of energy, a signal of your focus, your interest, your value. And right now, women are drowning in it. Constant DMS, endless likes, fire emojis, thirsty comments, validation at scale, every damn day. Every man is giving it away like it's free. No standards, no restraint, no self-respect. You're not even competing with other men anymore. You're competing with an algorithm, a digital army of simps, giving away attention like it costs nothing. But here's the brutal truth. If your attention is cheap, so are you. When you double text her, when you like every photo, when you reply to stories she posted just to feel seen, you're telling her, I have nothing going on. I'm available. I need your validation more than you need mine. And what does that signal? Weakness. Because a man on his purpose doesn't have time to chase. A man building something doesn't hand out validation hoping to get noticed. He doesn't beg for attention. He commands it. Let's break it down. Women don't chase attention. They manage it. They filter it. They prioritize the men who don't flood their inbox, the men who stand out by not needing anything from them. That's the paradox. The more you chase, the less she wants you. The more grounded and indifferent you are, the more she leans in. You want to stand out in her world of constant digital noise. Stop being noise. Stop trying to impress her. Stop validating her looks like she's starving for compliments. She's not. She's used to it. It means nothing. But your indifference, your silence, your standards, that shakes her. Let's get to work. Action. Step 1. Cut off the free validation. Don't like her photos just because she posted them. Don't comment just to get noticed. Don't blow up her phone with texts just because you're bored. Instead, be selective with your energy. Treat your attention like gold, because it is. Let her earn it. And I don't mean be an arrogant jerk. I mean, you've got standards. You value your time, your energy, your mission. If she fits into that, great. If not, you keep moving. Action step 2. Practice delayed response. Don't jump to reply the second your phone buzzes. Why? because your mission comes first. You are not a slave to your notifications. When she sees that your life doesn't revolve around her, you gain power. She starts to wonder where your focus is, what you're building, why you're not chasing her like every other guy. That's when curiosity turns into attraction. Action step 3. Get off the apps, get off the scroll. Social media detox. You're wasting hours watching women who don't even know you exist, while your goals sit untouched. Every second you spend orbiting her digital life is a second you're not building your own. You want to become the man she can't ignore, then disappear for a while. Grind in silence. Let your results speak louder than any comment or like ever could. Now let's install a masculine habit. Start your day without your phone. No Instagram, no TikTok, no DMS. Just you, your goals, and your plan. Build before you consume. Create before you respond. Earn your own attention before you give it away. This does 2 things. 1, it sharpens your focus. 2, it reprograms your brain to stop chasing and start leading. And when you lead, everything changes. You become magnetic, not because you're begging for it, but because you don't need it. Final truth here. Women spend attention. Men must guard it. You protect your money, right? Then why give away your attention like you're desperate? It's time to flip the script. Let her wonder why you're not texting. Let her notice that you're building something bigger than her approval. Let her see that your attention isn't free, it's earned. Because the man who controls his attention controls the game. Let me make one thing crystal clear. Understanding these truths isn't about hating women. It's about reclaiming your power. Masculine power. The kind that doesn't fold under pressure. The kind that doesn't beg, chase, or apologize for existing. Most men are out here confused, broken, lost, because no one ever told them the truth. They live in denial, hoping that if they're nice enough, patient enough, available enough, they'll finally be chosen. But that's not how it works. Ignorance makes you weak. Awareness makes you powerful. You've heard the truths. Now it's time to stop pretending you didn't. Stop being the guy who gets walked on. Start being the man who sets the tone. Be the one who leads, who commands attention, who moves with purpose. Because the moment you stop lying to yourself is the moment you start becoming unstoppable. If you're ready to take full control of your life, then like this video, subscribe, and share it with a brother who needs to hear it. This isn't the end, it's the beginning of your transformation. Let's get to work.